Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I want to talk to you about something other than Palantir for a change. I want to talk to you about a very special situation, a very seldom seen opportunity in the stock market and the FUD that is going around about this stock, and that is Tesla stock. So these are strictly my opinions, not investment advice, but I do feel that we are at a very, very interesting opportunity and I want to give you all the details and my thoughts around it. So as always, if you like this content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want to go even further, you can join Patreon, which is the first link in the description box below, and you get direct access to me and some future exclusive videos and all the valuations that we use on this channel. Let's begin the video. So the Tesla FUD that we need to talk about. So our job as investors are to find opportunities on the market where the market has done some mispricing for whatever reason, it can be technical, it can be fundamental, whatever the style of your investing, right? So Tesla is a stock that is hitting 52-week lows after 52 weeks lows, while the company has a stellar production going forward, right? So this is the first very red light that we need to look into. So Tesla currently is at the same price that it was in 2020 November. What was the company doing in 2020 November? So in the whole year of 2020, Tesla produced 509,000 cars the whole year. This year we're going for 1.4 million. And probably this quarter, they're going to produce what they did in all of 2020. They had a GAAP profit the whole year of 609 million, right? When the stock price was at the same as now. Just the last quarter, their GAAP profit was 3.3 billion. That is a 6 times increase in 2 years, and the stock price is the same. If I heard this data on CNBC, I heard it from Dave Lee, I did my own calculations on it. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet, but Tesla is potentially trading at about a 31 forward PE. And the way you get to this calculation is that their current market cap is about 620 billion. And this quarter, this is how much of a forward PE it is, that this quarter, they might, based on projections, do $5 billion of GAAP profit. So they have already have 3.3 billion in the books. This quarter, they are looking at even higher production, better margins and, all these goodies. So it's very real that they will do 5 billion GAAP profit in Q4, which is a run rate of 20 billion GAAP profit in a year. And if you just do the math, that is a 31 forward PE. Now, the PAG ratio is unbelievable on this because the PE, or not the PE, but the earnings have been growing exponentially over the years. So the PAG ratio right now is way below 1. And that is when Peter Lynch thinks that this is a value stock, right? And I don't need to mention that Tesla is a company that has secular tailwinds, meaning the whole world is going electric. They're capturing this whole trend. There is no reason why we should expect them not to expand significantly in the future. So this forward PE is insane. So now the question is the recent fall in the stock price justified? Because, maybe we are missing something and the investors are completely correct in pushing the stock price down to where it is today. So there is fears about Tesla's future demand with the recent rate hikes from Fed. And this is a very justifiable fear. Again, if this would be a valid fear, it would be at best temporary because, we know that there is high rate environments and there's low rate environments and the whole world is going electric. So I understand if the interest rate is 6, 7, 8%, you're not going to maybe want to buy, or you will still want to buy a 60,000 Tesla, but maybe you're not as hurrying or eager to stand in line and get it. Maybe you wait a little bit with it. So then again, a question, is this handleable? Is the demand question handleable? So Tesla does zero advertising. They recently increased their prices because the raw materials were increasing in prices and they wanted to anticipate inflation. But we can see the raw material prices are going down, meaning Tesla could decrease the prices, spurring a lot of demand without even losing any margin. Then there is the next question. Has inflation actually peaked? Because if you have not been living under a rock and you saw the last inflation report and actually today the PPI report, they all came in lower than expected. It's a very nice trend. And people started to talk about like maybe the Fed rates are not going to go to 20% and maybe we will not get Paul Volcker. And there is an end to the rate hikes and then the rates will come back down again. So this is also obviously if your answers are yes to these questions, then you should be bullish on Tesla. And if you don't think that the demand is handleable, you don't think that the inflation has peaked, then obviously you should be a Tesla bear. But here's the biggest reason, which I haven't even touched on yet, and that is Twitter. So we all know Elon Musk took over Twitter on a fantastically fireworkish court case drama. It's really was made for TV what happened there. And Musk is again sleeping on the factory floor. He's just sleeping at the wrong company. And he also took 50 of the best employees from Tesla over to Twitter temporarily, and investors are pissed. And I kind of understand this, but I give Musk a pass. Then here's the next thing. So investors think that Tesla currently is the piggy bank or the ATM for Twitter, meaning if Twitter runs out of money and Elon is in trouble, he's just going to sell Tesla shares again. And he's going to be a seller on the market. And, you know, when you have a lot of sellers, that pushes the price down. So again, we come back to the question, even if you have all these fears, does this justify the prices being so low? So is Elon needed the same way in Tesla as he was maybe 2-3 years ago or 5 years ago when they had the production hell of Model 3? I want to remind you that Tesla currently is ramping gigafactories, 2 at the same time, Berlin and the one in Texas, Austin. They have more money than they know what to do with, and that's evidenced by the fact that they're talking about stock buybacks. And Elon most probably has delegated his duties because, you know, as companies grow up, the founder is not as needed as he was before. You know, you can look at other companies like Microsoft. Bill Gates is not there anymore and the company is doing amazing. Jeff Bezos is not in Amazon and the company is still not bankrupt. And probably they will grow in the future. So is Elon really missed and needed the same way as he was a few years ago? Again, if your answer is yes, then you should be bearish on Tesla. My answer is no. Again, my opinion. Then the second thing, is he permanently gone to Twitter? So if he is, again, it's kind of effed for Tesla stock price, but probably he's just staying there until he can name a new CEO. He can get them, put out the bonfire that this company is, or the dumpster truck fire that this company is, and then he will be right back to Tesla and SpaceX and probably making more kids. So now the next thing, is it really a problem and against the fundamentals of Tesla and lessening the growth and value of Tesla that he is selling shares because he needs money? So I happen to be in a very similar situation that we have to understand that just because you have shares of a company that is worth a lot of money, it doesn't mean you have liquid cash. And even though if he's the richest man on the planet, you have to keep in mind, he's not getting paid from SpaceX. He's not getting paid from Tesla. He's definitely not getting paid from Twitter. He's paying to be working at Twitter. And the only way for him to get cash to buy toilet paper is to sell Tesla stock. And again, when companies grow up, this is a very natural happening that the CEO slowly starts divesting from the company and is giving the opportunity over to people. And does this kill the company? Did it kill Microsoft? Did it kill Amazon? Did it kill Apple that Steve Jobs is not there and Tim Cook took over? It absolutely doesn't have to be a problem because Tesla is a grown-up company. Again, if your opinion is that it is a problem, then you should be a Tesla bear. So then the next question, do you believe that inflation has peaked? And do you believe that this is really going to crash Tesla's demand? So I believe inflation has peaked. And as I said, I believe that the demand is handleable. So based on this, I think Tesla is at an insanely cheap valuation, and I am looking for money, and I'm possibly also selling shares on my end of my own company, which would enable me to buy a lot of shares, which will probably be Tesla and Palantir. And I will keep you guys, of course, updated. But keep in mind, we didn't talk about very, very important things that are not at all even priced in this conversation that I had with you and in the investor conversation and on the market. What is that? We're giving zero value to FSD. And FSD is starting to really become a tangible, not just a pipe dream. You know, there's hundreds of thousands of people driving the beta version. You know, you can see that it's really starting to take shape and work. And there's $0 given to that valuation. There is $0 given to the robotaxi network. And there is $0 valuation given to the Tesla bot. So I believe that Tesla stock is a crazy, insane bargain right now, and I'm definitely going to take advantage of it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you going to buy more? Are you holding the stock? When did you buy and at what price? Thank you so much for watching if you watched so far, and make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.